Hi, I'm Mike Barrett from acethesat.com, also from testingiseasy.com, and in this video I'd like to explain to you why the College Board seems to hate me and why you are going to love me if you have to take the SAT. Unless you're from the College Board, in which case you're not going to love me. You're going to hate me, I think, even more after this. Anyway, so the other day I was looking at my copy of the official SAT study guide, which, by the way, is a book that you really are going to want a copy of if you're preparing for the SAT. See, if you're preparing for the SAT, you want to make sure that you have real SAT questions to work with for reasons that I'll explain at length elsewhere. And this book is the only source of those types of questions. It's the only printed source of those questions. So anyway, you want a copy of this book, but you don't want to pay any attention to like the first half of the book, because the first half of the book is all about the College Board's idea of how the SAT should best be taken, and that idea is a farce. It's like totally incorrect. It has no bearing on reality whatsoever. Anyway, the point is, the other day I happened to notice that on the back of this book, the College Board specifically uses the phrase, here, let me re-circle this for you. I circled it for myself, but let me make sure it's clear. The College Board specifically uses the phrase ace the SAT. I don't know if you can see that up there. I'll see if I can hold that closer to the camera. Yeah. So the College Board says that it's a myth that there are shortcuts and things that will help you ace the SAT. Now let me explain to you why this is important, or at least why I think it's important. See, I've been doing this for a long time, and when I first put this website up back in like 2001, 2002, nobody was really using the phrase ace the SAT. That wasn't really a thing that you heard a lot. People, of course, have always talked about like acing a test or something like that, but actually the phrase ace the SAT, that thing as a unit really didn't exist. And now that the site has been up for a while, and it's gotten a lot of positive feedback, let's say, you see the phrase ace the SAT being used all over the place. Competitors from very, very small companies to very large ones have begun sort of sneaking the phrase ace the SAT onto their stuff, which, honestly, I kind of take as a compliment, to be to be totally frank with you. Anyway, as far as I'm aware, though, this right here is the first time that the College Board has ever specifically referred to the idea of acing the SAT. Now, it's not at all a surprise that the College Board says you can't possibly do such a thing, because if you think about it, the College Board needs people to believe that the SAT is actually a well-designed test, right? But anyway, moving along from that, the thing that I really find interesting about this is, well, think for a second about the position that the College Board is in, right? The College Board needs people not to do well on the SAT, or at least needs a lot of people not to do well on the SAT. If everybody started doing well on the SAT, the College Board would kind of be in trouble, because the only value of any test lies in the fact that not everyone does perfectly on it, right? So the College Board needs people not to do so well on the SAT, which, by the way, is why I think it's kind of weird that they offer advice on how to take it. And it sort of helps to explain perhaps why that advice is so awful. Well, there's two explanations. Either the advice is deliberately awful, or, and this is what I think is really going on, I don't think the College Board really understands what it has put together here with this test, which I think is why the advice on how to prepare for it misses the mark so badly. But anyway, that's a totally separate thing. So the College Board needs people not to do so hot on the test. And if you think about it, that kind of explains why they would warn you not to come look at acethesat.com, or why they would specifically call out acing the SAT as a thing that can't be done, right? If it really couldn't be done, they wouldn't mind if you came to the site, because nothing really could happen. Maybe you would look at the site, I'd show you some stuff, it wouldn't work according to them, and they're not any the worse for wear. But if it does work, then they need to tell people not to come, because they need people not to know how to exploit all the weaknesses that are all over the test, right? So anyway, I found this very interesting. What I found even more interesting is the the College Board mentions a couple of other myths here on the book as well. And then they have like little realities to sort of counteract the myths. What's really interesting is the myths are not myths and the realities are not the reality. They're like some sort of weird parallel, bizarro reality, not the actual reality in which the SAT is administered. So I went ahead and made you some other videos explaining what's wrong with these other two myths, and why, if you want to do well on the SAT, you can't think what the book is trying to get you to think here on the back cover. If you believe these two realities, the SAT is going to be a lot harder for you than it actually needs to be, which of course is not what we want. I also went ahead and put together a free video on how to write the SAT essay. because I think if you see how that essay should actually be written, it's really going to open your eyes to, well, how poorly designed the SAT is and how easily it can be beaten if you actually approach it in the right way rather than in this way, right? So anyway, if you'd like to see all of those videos, please go ahead and stick your email in the little box right here on this screen, and you will immediately be given access to the videos about the mythical myths and the actual realities that go along with those things, and also, of course, the SAT essay writing video. So thanks very much for watching this, and really do please ask yourself what cause the College Board would have to seem to call out this website in particular and tell you not to come visit it. Why would they do that? I'll just throw that out there, leave you with that. My theory is I think they realize that we're onto something over here. Maybe I'm wrong. You can be the judge. Anyway, just go ahead, stick your email in there, and I will talk to you very soon. Thanks for stopping by. And remember, the College Board seems not to want you to see this. So, to me, that's as good a reason as you could possibly ask for as to why you should want to see it, right? Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.